We're here, Ryan, Michael, both from FBA University. There's a lot of Amazon products that you're going to see sexy sales numbers. You're going to see 200-300K per month and associate that with something you could do or something that's easy to replicate. And so what we want to do is explain why certain products, we're going to take one product through a demo. You can't really trust the sales numbers you see as profit to you. At the end of the day, if you can't profit based on these sales numbers, you don't want to use it. So what we're going to do now is hop back behind the screen and show you a little bit about a certain product that blows it out of the water for sales numbers and just how to actually analyze this. So what we have here is a search the Jade Roller, very popular product right now.
Super popular. And this would have been a really cool product, guys, to launch a couple of years ago. But if you're looking at it now, it's too late. Don't do it.
And so this is what the product search looks like. Product search page. There's a lot of different variations, all pretty similar. Let's go to the next tab where we have the Helium-10 X-ray, and let's talk about why we wouldn't want to launch this product. And so going all the way to the left and filtering by revenue, as we can see, there's this jumps out of the jumps off the screen, my man. Like if you see 300K, 200K, I mean, what are you to think, right? We're going to go through a couple points of why this isn't such a good product. And the first one right off the bat is that this review count right here, these listings have 38, 10,000, 1,700, 555, 6,000. Like this review count where you see this average reviews of 4,500 is crazy high. So ideally, we're looking for products that have reviews under 250. And the reason is that anything we're doing on Amazon, we want to see it being done before. And so we're going to differentiate, but we want to see that new sellers can make sales on page one where all the sales happen. So here we're saying, okay, if we're going to launch this product, we're going to have 0 reviews, 13 reviews, 20 reviews for the early life of it. You can't expect a buyer to just make that leap of faith from a 13 review to a 38,000 review. Like, why would they choose you? Maybe you'll differentiate, but still, it's just, we have a lot of options on Amazon. We want that perfect product. We don't want to choose a product niche that has a ton of average reviews. Right. I know going along that, there's an issue with length of listing. What would you say on this one if we went?
Yeah, and I guess on this one, Mike, it relates back to the number of reviews as well. The two I find are closely linked. So the longer that product's been on the Amazon platform and selling through, typically the more social proof that product has, the more people that have bought it, the more people then that have left reviews for that product. So as you can imagine, if you've had products, as you can see on the creation date there on the right-hand side, the furthest right-hand side column, we've got 2018, 2019. So, going on 3 and 4 years that this product's been selling through. So as you go through, you can imagine that, if they've been selling that long, they've accumulated a large number of reviews. And that product has gone from, a junior market through now to maturity where, there's a key number of distinct players in the game that make it hard to compete against. So we want to really try and avoid those markets that are saturated and that have been around. for a good few number of years. One of the key indicators that I look at, and this is what I kind of teach my students as well when we go through, is that I look for listings that have the majority of their creation dates within the last 2 years. So within this instance, that would be sort of 2020 latest. So you really don't want to be going for any listings that have 2018, 2019, 2016, 2017, 2015 in there. Try and avoid those, because chances are those markets have matured and you've missed the boat. So just like this Jade Roller, unfortunately, if you were planning on launching this, or you're looking at this product, you've missed the boat on that. So the creation date is just a little bit too mature. And it's another indicator that we can use to steer us away from potential products that, wouldn't be good for us.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's if products have been around for that long and are still making sales on Amazon, well, they probably are doing the right thing, and buyers don't feel like they need to jump around. So just choosing newer markets is so key. There's the third reason is that the price is just too low. And so what we always say is you can't make money under $15 on Amazon unless you're a direct manufacturer. And so just by sheer nature of, we know Amazon's taking 15% off the top as the referral fee, and then you're going to have to ship it both from overseas to Amazon and then to Amazon to the customer. You don't want to play in this, $10, $15 price range. Ideally, you want to sell products. My rule for my own brand is nothing under $27.99, because anything in the low 20s to about 15 and below, it can very quickly become a price war. So something that launches at $24.99, 6 months later is at $17.99, and then that margin that was still somewhat thin is close to zero. And so just really, if you're going to do the work, every sale on Amazon is somewhat similar of an amount of effort. So just give yourself enough margin and leeway on the price.
100% agree. I think we saw that, Mike, with another product, which was the sunset lamp, which looked good on the outset. And then when you dived into numbers, I was actually tracking that over a number of weeks, and basically has now descended into a huge price war. So again, that's something we want to be avoiding.
Yeah, I actually thought about launching that. That's the use that video in my
I was looking at it as well, to be fair.
Yeah, you don't want to launch something like that. A lot of these trendier products will start out at $44.99, and then they're at $29.99 because Chinese sellers are jumping on and selling directly. And so you want to find niches that have staying power. What else we got, my man? Is there anything else that would cause an alarm with the Jade Roller?
100%. So there's one thing that I've been looking at on this that stuck out as you've kind of gone through and we've been looking at it, and that is the limitations on the amount of differentiation that you can do. So where you see that, the products are all pretty much similar prices, they're all pretty much the same. A lot of these products are green in color, some are a few different colors, but largely they're all pretty much the same. Given that also that there's that poor margin where the price is already really low, it probably doesn't make sense to sell this product. You got to think, if you were to differentiate, or you wanted to differentiate, maybe you want to add a bundled product with it. Maybe you want to add something that complements it, for example, that customers are calling out for, that you've seen in the reviews, etc. You don't really have a lot of margin to do that. So because you're working with limited margin, if any, you can't then differentiate that product, and it would be hard to differentiate this product. So given that it has a sort of a single purpose, what could you bundle it with to make it worth your while and differentiate and stand out from the competition? So me looking through, I mean, I'm sure there are a few products that you could look at to bundle, but given that this product already is really going to be quite cheap, I imagine, this is probably under $1 to manufacture, if not around the dollar mark. So if you were to bundle it, you don't want to bundle it with a product that's more expensive than your primary product. So just thinking, what's your angle here on bundling? I always try myself to go for products that are in the higher price range that hit that kind of more premium mark, because that then gives me space to bundle that product with another product without affecting my margins too much. Because this product's quite simple, it's quite basic, it fulfills, you know, kind of a certain need. For me, it'd be hard to bundle it, and there's just not enough margin to do. So I try and avoid those kind of products that I won't be able to bundle or differentiate, because, you know, if that's the only way I can stand out in the market and it doesn't make sense for me to do that economically, I'm just going to avoid it altogether. So that's another big red flag for me with this product, and why, basically another reason why I'd steer clear of it.
That's a great point. It's if you can't differentiate, it can work, but your protection from other brands that are just going to copy you is near nothing. So if you just make small tweaks based on what customers are saying and bring a different product to market, even if there's, being in a niche that has good demand, but 4 or 5 variations to fill the need, that's a lot better, because you're not, just by sheer number, you're competing with less. Always want to stand out and create your own brand.
100%.
All right, my man. So that is why that these sales numbers, you can get excited, but always make sure to think of how you would show up. And if there's a ton of reviews, no way. All right, squad.
Until next time, guys. Take care.